Alright, welcome to Beer House in Brighton, Kemp Town. So tonight I'm playing an open mic. It's probably the first open mic I've played in about 8 years, which makes me sound super old, because I am actually old. I'm going to be taking you through what an open mic is, how to play one, and why you should play one. They're one of the most difficult nights to play, I think. So let's go play. Woo! The open mic night, the most important performance you'll ever do. Up until last night, I hadn't played one for about 8 years. Maybe you've never played an open mic night. Maybe you play them every week. Maybe you don't even know what an open mic night is. For me, this was a step out of the comfort zone because this is something I haven't done for so long. Like I said, I haven't played one for 8 years, but also the last 2 years has kept us all cooped up indoors. We haven't been doing things like this. Playing one last night was a reminder of how important it is just to put yourself out there, to take on these kind of out the comfort zone style challenges, even if they seem something that everyone else could probably do. It doesn't matter. It's about putting yourself in situations that you're not familiar with or not familiar with anymore. I think the open mic night is the ultimate workout for any performer. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned pro, playing an open mic night is different to any other kind of performance. They call the rising sun. First off, what is an open mic night? For those of you that don't know, an open mic night is a live show. It's usually music or comedy based. It can be spoken word, poetry, it goes on. Typically they're at some sort of bar, venue, pub. The stage is open to whoever wants to perform, hence the open mic. Usually they're on a less popular night of the week. They're a way of bringing people to the bar or the venue or the pub on those less popular nights. They'll be in most towns and cities. If you live in a village, it might be a case of journeying out to a slightly busier place. If you live somewhere where you can't find an open mic, maybe that is your opportunity to put one on. Maybe that's your step out of the comfort zone.
Where you at? I'm just sat here, running on my lonely spliff, sipping on a stiff, drinking made me sink back in my seat. Got me thinking which one of my G's are down to meet. I tap my feet to a slow beat, but time will go fast and my night's a disaster. I make a few calls but receive no answer.
Oh! Nice. Try it yourself. 1, 2, 3, sing.
Okay, how do you play an open mic night? First things first, you need to find one. A quick Google search of open mic night and then the town or city you live in will probably bring up everything you need to find. How do you know if it's going to be a good one or not? Well, you could probably find the bar or pub or venue's Instagram, have a quick look to see if there's any photos. That's exactly what I did for the one I went to last night. Plus, I happened to be free on a Thursday night, and it happened to be a Thursday night. Here in Brighton, there is an open mic night every day of the week. In fact, there's multiple open mic nights every day of the week. The second thing you want to do is book a slot. Some open mic nights you can just show up, you can tell the promoter that you want to play and they'll say yes. Some of the more popular ones you'll need to book. This is as simple as usually DMing on Instagram or something like that. That said, the one I went to last night, they were letting people just turn up and play. It's always worth just showing up with your instrument. I'm sure they can find you a little window to play a couple songs. Which brings me to point 3. You want to prepare like 2 to 4 songs. That's the usual allowance for these things. Your stage time, I don't know, 10-15 minutes maximum. The way to pick the songs you're going to play depends on why you're playing the open mic night. I think you want to prepare some songs that are well known, maybe a cover or 2, and then maybe throw in a couple of originals, especially if you're there to test out your live show for an actual gig. If you have a song where you want to try some audience participation, then go down to an open mic night, have a go. If you're sort of rehearsing these songs, you're not quite sure how to play them live yet, an open mic, perfect. But I'd say out of your 4 songs, maybe 2 covers, 2 originals.
'Cause I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby. Just a teenage dirtbag, baby.
The 4th thing to do is turn up and play and enjoy. I had so much fun last night. Honestly, I woke up this morning like, did that really happen? I know you might find it hard to believe, but I did genuinely feel nervous about going. The minute I got there, I felt comfortable, I felt confident. For me, this is more of a challenge about getting out and showing up. That's what I'm finding more difficult than anything, especially after the last 2 years. I don't know about you. Number 5, stick around for all the acts and thank that promoter. This could pay dividends later on in your music career. Most importantly, why would you play an open mic night? So I think as a performer, an open mic might be the most essential performance that you do. Doing them on a regular basis is going to improve your performance skill exponentially. Here's some reasons why open mics might be the best, most essential performance you do. First things first, there's a ready-made audience. If you turn up to an open mic night like the one I went to last night, there's a shed load of people in a venue already. And speaking from experience, when you go out as a performer, as an artist, as a musician, and you start playing your own shows, there might be a time where you're playing to a lot of empty rooms and thinking, how do I get a fan base together? How do I make it so people are actually showing up to my gigs? One route could be to build an online following, but an online following isn't likely to be focused in one area. It's probably spread out all across the world. If you want to start building hype and a fan base in an area, then going to open mic nights is gonna work wonders. You turn up to a venue that has a ready-made audience, you give them a flavor of what you can do. When it comes to booking a gig, or maybe you've already booked a gig, you can tell them all. Say, hey, I'm actually playing a show in a couple of weeks' time. If they saw you at the open mic, they might have followed you on Instagram, and then when they see that poster come up, because you've posted it saying, hey, I'm playing a gig this week, they'll come. It's a really good way of building a little local, loyal following. And you don't have to worry about any promotion. None of that's on you. If you show up to an open mic night and there's no one there, it's not your problem. All you have to do is play some songs to an empty room, knowing that it wasn't your fault that nobody showed up. The second reason open mic nights are so important is they're a testing ground for you as a performer. Like I said, this could be because you're a seasoned pro and you're just rehearsing some songs, rehearsing some audience participation, figuring some things out in your set list, and you don't want to do that in front of your audience. Do it at an open mic night. Test the water, see how it goes. Maybe record yourself playing and pick out the bits that you thought, actually that didn't work, I need to change that. If you're not a seasoned pro and you've never performed ever, then this is perfect. There's no pressure, you can turn up. If you go to an open mic night like the one I went to last night, then the crowd are so supportive. They want you to succeed. They want you to play. They want you to put yourself out there, step out of your comfort zone and sing a song in front of a load of people. It's an awesome gateway into actually gigging and performing. The third reason is it's a huge boost in confidence. I feel incredible today. In fact, I feel like I want to go play some more open mic nights. There is no two ways about it. Getting up in front of people and doing your thing is simultaneously nerve-wracking and extremely exciting. I guess I've got to a point where when I get to do it, I feel incredible. Just tingles all over. For me, it's more putting myself out there as in just turning up to the night. I could quite easily just have had a night in, watched a film, chilled out, gone to bed early. But for me, I have to challenge myself to actually go to these things. I want to start gigging, I want to start doing more as August Radio Project. An open mic, perfect way to build that confidence of like, oh yeah, I can do this. And this can do the same for you. The fourth reason is maybe you'll get something out of it. Quite often, a promoter of an open mic night will probably be the promoter for that venue for gigs. If they like what you do, you get a gig out of it. I'm definitely a culprit of being lazy when it comes to these things, as in, I'll just email people or send them a DM and I'll say, hey, I'm looking for gigs. If you're actually in front of them and you show them what you can do by playing to them, you're way more likely to get a gig than you are if you just send them a little message with a YouTube clip. The real world gets things done way quicker when it comes to more personal approaches. You also have no idea who's going to be watching. They might be film crews, they might be people with a big online following that they shoot you, they stick you on their Instagram story and suddenly you get a bunch of followers. Suddenly you get a bunch of fans. They might offer to record you a video. I don't know what it is, but by putting yourself out there in front of a load of random people, you never know who's gonna come and approach you. I hope this video has been somewhat informative. This year I am stepping out my comfort zone every week doing a video. It's all about stepping out my comfort zone, putting myself out there more, challenging myself creatively and being more adventurous. An open mic night to some people might not seem that adventurous, but believe me, for me, it's a big step in the right direction. Subscribe if you're new, maybe consider liking the video. I will see you next Monday. Until then, just have a good one. Maybe play an open mic, and if you do, let me know.
It goes red to blue.